Afternoon, I'm Dan Godwin. We begin with breaking news in Dallas, where an off-duty Dallas ISD officer has been shot. We want to head to our newsroom where Fox 4's Stephen Dial is in with what we know so far. Stephen, there's a lot of information we're still trying to track down.
Yeah, Dan, still very limited. What we do know is what you just confirmed, that an off-duty Dallas ISD officer was shot near the Sam's Club there in North Dallas. I want you to take a look at video live at the scene that we have. Sky 4 high above. You see a heavy law enforcement presence there on the scene. We don't know the condition of this officer, and we don't know in what capacity the officer was working. Again, we've confirmed that this officer was an off-duty Dallas ISD officer, so one could speculate that they could have been working in a security job here at this business. We are waiting to confirm that. I've been talking to Dallas ISD. They are working on a statement, so we will get that and bring it to you as soon as we can. But there you see officers there in the parking lot, and certain areas are roped off. We don't know about how this shooting happened, but we do know through sources that the person that officers were looking for, who's responsible for the shooting, is in custody. Again, as you are looking at Sky 4 high above, everything is basically kind of paralyzed right now. No cars really moving other than the investigation that is ongoing. We do not know the condition of this officer or how long they have been in law enforcement and how long that they may have been employed by who they were working for in this off-duty capacity. Dan, again, try to avoid this area if you are nearby. This is a ground shot from that Sam's Club parking lot where you see that heavy police presence, investigators on the ground, multiple areas that are taped off, as any type of officer-involved shooting incident is. We don't know of any other injuries to anyone else involved in this. We don't know how many shots were fired, and so we're waiting for a couple of things to happen right now. One, clearly the media staging area is set up, but we don't know how soon that we'll get some type of briefing. Dallas police are already working another crime scene not far from this area, and so we're waiting to see when that media briefing will happen. We are standing by to see how soon Dallas ISD will give us some type of statement in reference to this, but you're seeing the investigative process play out right there. It'd be interesting to see, they're surrounding a shopping cart. What was this cart involved in, or if there are any vehicles? Where was the officer when this shooting happened, and was the officer working in a security capacity there at the parking lot or at the Sam's Club? And so two perimeters basically set up. You see that inner perimeter with the red tape, and then there's an outer perimeter with the yellow tape that you are used to seeing on video at crime scenes. Again, an off-duty Dallas police officer shot. We don't know how many times this officer was shot. We do not know the condition of the officer at this time, only that an officer was shot working in an off-duty capacity there. Dan, we are still waiting more statements, more reactions from district officials. It may be limited in what they could say because this officer was not injured on the clock for Dallas ISD, but hopefully we can learn the name of the officer, the condition of the officer. We also have a crew at the hospital to see if we get any information there on the ground at Parkland or where that officer is being taken, Dan.
Yes, and as you alluded to, Stephen, we want to be careful with what information we do provide at this point. Another one of the key questions surrounding this whole incident, of course, is the status of the shooter. But we're not able to say really anything definitive at this point?
Yeah, so we know at last check that the person is in custody, but we do not know their age, their gender, or anything. We don't know how they got their hands on this weapon. So a lot of unanswered questions. Of course, once something like this happens, all the information is flowing in. We want to make sure that we're bringing you guys the latest information that is the most accurate. And so while it seems like we don't have much, we're sharing what we know in concrete that we can share. We know that an off-duty Dallas ISD officer was injured, but we do not know the extent of that officer's injuries. We don't know how long that officer has been in law enforcement. So, I mean, in terms of a shooting scene, the scene is pretty calm. Yes, it's a lot of law enforcement there naturally because an officer of some capacity was injured, was shot. And so the parking lot, which has a lot of cars in it, I mean, no one's going anywhere because all of that now is a crime scene. And so anyone who was in the Sam's, in the parking lot of the Sam's, as you see when Sky 4 is above, no one's going anywhere because that's still a part of this active crime scene. The call came in around 11 o'clock, so we're really just an hour into this investigation. And again, sources telling us that the suspect is in custody, and so that makes them focus more on the condition of that officer and how this shooting came about, where did the shooting happen, and it looks like they are concentrated in the parking lot. So, you know, I don't know if any altercation may have started inside the Sam's and then spilled out, but all of the crime scene appears to be outside. So we hope to bring you the latest, but when we get a statement from Dallas ISD or law enforcement, Dan.
Right. The update we are getting, Stephen, is that the injured officer is listed in critical condition at Parkland Hospital. Again, details are pretty sparse at this point, but that's one update we can provide. Stephen mentioned we're hoping to get a statement soon from the Dallas ISD Police Department, which is the agency that this officer was employed by. But again, at the time of this shooting, the officer was off duty. We're also told that there are multiple agencies, not surprising, involved in the investigation. We will, of course, continue to follow the story, and we will bring you updates when they arrive. Thanks very much, Stephen Dial in the Fox 4 newsroom.